What's going on, Aquarius? And welcome to my channel, Alchemist. Justin here, and I hope you're having a fantastic week so far. So, for those of you who are returning, welcome back, Soul Tribe. I appreciate your subscriptions, your likes, and shares. Your support really is just amazing, Aquarius, and it keeps us growing. And for those of you who are new, welcome. I'm happy how yourself has brought you here. We're in for an amazing journey, because it's General Energy Weekly Spread. Alright, Aquarius, as I've been moving and grooving all weekend, it's been getting stranger and stranger every time I do it, so I'm just like, we're just hang with me. But with this weekly spread, whenever you happen to come across this video, there may be some messages in here for you. And just so you're all aware, this is a, oh no, look at you. This is a general reading, not a one-to-one, so take what resonates with you, leave the shenanigans with me, and never force reading on a situation, okay? So with all that being said, let's jump into it. Your space has been cleansed. Crystals. Feeling lovely. Just great energy all around here, Aquarius. Now I'm going to pull a few oracle cards from this deck here, and then we will get some details with the tarot. Oh, but before, let's look. See, Crystal's excited to see you. But before we jump into this thing, these readings that I do, they're not gender-specific readings, so apply these energies to people as they make sense for your situations, okay? And in case if y'all were curious, the decks that I'm working with, I've included links for them down in the description box below, so definitely check that out if you're interested. But also down below some links for some other readers out there like watching Aquarius, so definitely check them out. Very intuitive group. I think you would enjoy them. But let's go ahead and get into your first card here, because you have the Chop Wood card. And with this card, Aquarius, you know, this card always gives me this, like, this gives me this sense of, like, hard work in a sense, you know, like, even though it's, like, it's interesting that it's got, you know, this broom here, there's, like, zero wood inside. You just got this wood here, it's got these buckets here, but I feel like that there's going to be, that maybe we might be in a time where we need to put in a little more work, or put in a little more, just a little bit more, you know, like, a little more, like, especially if we're trying to get some things done, we really need to get into this routine, this sort of like disciplined type of energy of getting stuff done. That's like, I'm thinking of just like the act of chopping wood. You know, you get a certain rhythm going, and that's a lot of work there, Capricorn. It gets you, or Capricorn. I just did Capricorn, Aquarius, and then, you know, you and forgive me, you know, because you and Capricorn do share a ruler, but I do feel like that there is this thing of, and it's not that there's not going to be any fun times in between that, but it's just like when it's time to crack down and kind of get down, do the dirty work there, that we're gonna really need to be focused in a sense, and like have this sort of rhythm down in order to really get things moving, so that, you know, you put in that work and then you reap those rewards that you've sown. You know, it's, you know, you got all that wood chop done, and then by the end of the day you get to kick back like yourself a fire and everything's fantastic. But, you know, there may even be like this resistance, and not like, and I feel like it's just like sort of like that, it's not that we don't want to get things done, but you know how, and that's interesting. You know how sometimes when it's like you don't want to do a certain task, you'll do other tasks in order to put that off. Like, let's say you don't want to tackle laundry, so we'll start vacuuming, we'll start sweeping, maybe start mop the floor. You know, just all the things to, instead of getting the actual thing that we got done. That's the kind of energy that I feel like. And there's like a need to kind of watch out for distractions, and more so kind of buckle down here and sort of put this hard work in. But let me get some tarot on this and get some details with that. Alright, Aquarius, let's see what's going on here. Alright, so you have the Knight of Pentacles and the Sun card and the Five of Pentacles in reverse. Or excuse me, upright. And then you have the Two of Wands and the Justice card in reverse here. It's very interesting here, Aquarius, because I feel like with this, with the Five of Pentacles being here, there's this sort of, it's almost like this sort of like this lonely energy or this solo type of energy that's going through here. It's like, because it's not necessarily, because the Five of Pentacles can be a card of lack, but it's like also like kind of feeling left out in the cold there. And I might need to get a little bit more on that, but it feels like that it's being mindful of where you're putting your energies right now, because I feel that if we're not putting in that work, what we, because the Justice card can be a card of cause and effect, and it's like in order to get to that sunlight there, the Knight of Pentacles is a hard working knight. He's the type that's this is Taurus energy for me. Great builder, very has very high levels of like of just very tenacious and very great perseverance. And I feel that, okay, now this Five of Pentacles kind of coming in, because it feels like that if we're not mindful of like this cause and effect again, like where we're channeling our energies, that it can leave us feeling unprepared, maybe in a sense, is what I'm getting with this Five of Pentacles here. Not having all you need when a certain situation comes up. It's like I imagine it's like when you're like studying for a test, for example, and maybe we were just kind of playing around in the sun, kind of doing some things, kind of distracting ourselves in a sense, and then like we're on like the final, maybe like the test is like in a few days, and it's just like we turn, and then we're like kind of scrambling for things, as opposed to, finding that balance of taking a little time, putting in that work, and then when we're done, enjoying that sunlight, doing that play. I'm almost even picturing like, for some reason this Knight of Pentacles is even giving me like that farmer type of energy, like embodying that, like this again, like routine feels like that. It's like because I was getting very much like kind of Virgo energy from this, like in sixth house type of energy, which deals with that the not so glamorous side of the journey, the routines, the mundane, the but Virgo's also sign of service, but just more so focusing on that aspect of it. And yeah, I just feel like if we're not mindful, that we could find ourselves just not as in an ideal situation or in an ideal place as we would have imagined or that we would like there, Aquarius. So just something to, let me get a little bit more on this Five of Pentacles before we move on with that, Aquarius. So let me see what there's. Oh. Okay, let's see what's going on here. So the Five of Pentacles is clarified by the Wheel or the Wheel of Fortune, the Jupiter energy, the Two of Pentacles in reverse, and then you have the Ace of Swords upright. And I feel I feel that there is this, again, this need of focus with this Ace of Swords being here. Because otherwise, excuse me, things I feel like are gonna start getting, could potentially start getting out of whack in a sense. You know, your energies are gonna start fluctuating in a way that's like it's just gonna start throwing the flow off. And it's like if we don't get in a routine, not necessarily soon, or like, you know, really start buckling down soon, it's gonna be harder to incorporate this thing later on. It's just like I feel like how, you know, when we're thinking about growing up, it's like, it's like once you learn something a certain type of way, it's hard to do it when you find that you've been doing it like at least an inefficient. You know what? Here's a good example. So I used to play saxophone, and before I got a lessons teacher, you know, I had the natural talent for it, but I, with no sort of like real sort of guidance, I had all these things where I was good at what I was doing. I could be great at it. And then when I met my teacher, then there were so many things that, like little things that I needed to fix, you know, as far as like my hand positions, and, you know, as far as how my mouth was positioned, as far as like, you know, the embouchure, the airflow, you know, just a lot of things that really kind of came into play. And it's just like that knowledge, I had to unlearn a lot of things and relearn some stuff there. So maybe this could even be, maybe this is like even like a, hmm, some, this might even be like a course of studies here, but just just something to be mindful of there, Aquarius. But I think I'm gonna pull out of that one. All right. Let's go ahead and get to your little tree. All right, let's go ahead and get to your next card here, Aquarius. Interesting. All right, so you have the no place like home card. Home card here, Aquarius. And with this energy here, because maybe for some, I almost feel like, because again, this Five of Pentacles is kind of like become like a highlight here. And maybe for some there's this energy of like maybe feeling a little out of place, you know, not quite in our comfort zones. Like we're adapting maybe to a new environment, a new routine, and we may be feeling this sort of nostalgic type of energy in a sense, you know, like feeling away from home, or even on a broader sense, you know, because the Five of Pentacles can be this card of, again, of poverty, or feeling this sense of lack, or feeling this, and I feel like almost there's no place of home. And just kind of getting with the wheel here, this is a very spiritual type of fate type of energy there, because Jupiter deals with that sense of expansion, that connection to, they're associated with the ninth house or the 12th house. But think about the ninth house in a sense where, you know, connected to that higher energy, you know. And maybe for some we might be feeling a little disconnected from source, you know, like the, from our spirituality in a sense, because, you know, one of your rulers, Saturn, is in Pisces and will be there for the next 3 years. So that's going to be a big focus for you, Aquarius, as far as like connecting with higher source. And that might be, you know, maybe that's why these twos, because twos are like a card of choices. And it's like even your justice card here, it's like things might be feeling out of whack, and the energies are moving a bit slower than we would like, and there's a need to just kind of connect with those higher forces a bit more, you know, kind of connect to the home space that is you, you know, really kind of journeying within. I'm even getting like this hermit vibe, you know, that's kind of coming through there as well. But let me get some let me get some tarot on this and get some details. Wow. Okay. Look at these divine counterparts here. So you have the high. Just her. You have the high priestess in reverse here, Aquarius, and then you have her husband, the Hierophant, the Four of Cups, the Three of Swords, and the Seven of Swords upright. And this is what I was kind of talking about, that disconnected from your intuition, disconnected from source in a sense, because I feel when we're not at peace with ourselves. I like how the Hierophant is just like really just living it up here, because I feel he's found his stairway to source. He's able to access this higher energy when he needs to. But I feel that I almost feel with this Four of Cups here that there's this energy of I might need to get a little bit more on this Four of Cups here, because something I feel like is something feels shut off in a sense with this Four of Cups here, and there may be something here. Maybe we had to disconnect from our home space. Maybe just our energies have been out of whack, but and maybe even too, just even thinking with that chopped wood card, Aquarius, that we've been maybe so caught up in sort of just like the maybe it's that's interesting too, because maybe we've even been caught up in like the day-to-day things that we've not been attending to ourselves, just like finding, because it's not giving me like devil vibes in a sense. It's more so just like kind of like working to not deal with something, for example, or just like keeping ourselves busy in order, like, so that we don't have a moment to stop and maybe reflect on something here that may be kind of bothering us in a sense with this Three of Swords here. Maybe we've been dealing with a type of, maybe distract ourselves from a depression or something along those lines. Just trying to get into this energy where that we're not caring about whatever this Three of Swords is that may be kind of in your head there, that's kind of bothering you. And there have been these signs here, this Ace of Swords, these kind of like intuitive sort of like downloads or like of thoughts and things that have been trying to get your attention, but we're ignoring that intuitive kind of high priestess energy, because I feel like yours is one that being Uranus ruled. Uranus is about that higher mind in a sense. He's the higher octave of Mercury. And being that that's your other ruler, I do feel there is this. Yeah, like let me get a little bit more with this with the Four of Cups here before we get out of this energy. And speaking of Mercury, so you have the Magician in reverse, and then you have the Ace of Pentacles upright. And I feel too, Aquarius, with this energy, there's I feel like there's a blockage here that's kind of going on with the Magician popping up here. That something is getting in the way of your manifestation in a way, like that's, and it's preventing you from creating new opportunities here, because it's like you got these seeds here, you got these great ideas with the Ace of Swords here, this divine clarity, these divine resources with the Ace of Pentacles here, but the Magician doesn't seem to know how to work with them. And it even made me feel kind of with this chop wood, it's like we've gotten out of practice with ourselves, like having just been feeling on as of late. So there might be a need to kind of sit with that and find out what the source of that blockage that might be that's kind of going on there. Especially if there's been this sort of like maybe even like apathetic or kind of jaded type of energy, like not really caring as much or something along those lines, Aquarius. But I think that's about all I got there for you. So let's go ahead and pull out that one. All right, let's get you calm down. Let's go ahead and get your last oracle card here. Oh, oh, interesting. That was so. Before I get into that, Aquarius, the way that card popped out, I have a little candle lit over here, and that almost, almost got a little, almost had a little barbecue there, Aquarius. But that was interesting that I feel like it went towards the heat right now because I feel like there's something that's trying to get heated up there. That was a little interesting there. That's But you got the here and now card, Aquarius, and I like I do feel like that maybe for some, we want to be mindful with this energy of, and I feel this is a common thing for just everyone in the soul tribe, to either get caught up too much in the past or maybe get into too much in the future that we forget that. I love this little flag that this girl's carrying here because you are here in the present moment right now. The past has already happened and the future is yet to come, and the future is always changing. We are, when you really are in this state of presence, we are living the future all the time, and things constantly change when, depending on our actions. And I feel like yours is a sign, being because you have such conflicting energies, as your rulers, because Saturn is like the planet of time and of karma and of discipline and restrictions, whereas Uranus is the planet of the future and freedom and humanitarianism and not wanting to be locked down. So it's like I feel like you have these two planets asking you two very different things, and it's just like, how do you manifest that in the present? How do you work with that unique type of energy? Because yours is a conundrum, and I feel like that. But I do feel that when when you can find yourself more grounded in the present, I feel like that's when you're able to do your manifestation. Like really kind of get things cooking, because hmm. And yeah, I just feel like we want to be mindful of any sort of things that, because maybe for some, yeah. Let me get some tarot on this before I get into that. All right, last little bit here, Aquarius. Oh, I said I wasn't getting devil vibes, and you know what? Technically, I'm not. Hold on, because you have. I mean, he's here, but hear me out. So you have the. Oh, you have all these nines. So you have the Queen of Cups, the Nine of Swords, and the Devil in reverse, and then you have the Nine of Wands and the Nine of Pentacles upright. Let's switch back over here, Aquarius. Because I feel with this energy, Aquarius, that I feel that there is this energy of being able to, with this Nine of Pentacles, Nine of Wands, it's like there's this energy of being able to, because the Nine of Pentacles is a very sort of self-sufficient type of energy, really providing for yourself, really working hard, that chop wood energy, getting to your, working towards getting to where your highest vibration is. And but I feel that there is, in order to do that, that there's this energy that's needing to be addressed here, with the Nine of Swords being in reverse and the Queen of Cups being in reverse. Something that we may have allowed ourselves to give more power than is needed. Maybe we've been, something in the past has happened that we're having troubles face, or moving on from, or maybe we're so wrapped up thinking about all of the what ifs of the future that is keeping us from making a move in the present here. And I feel like there's a need to kind of work on whatever this that blockage is. I feel like that was coming through with that Three of Swords energy, and realizing that the only thing that can weigh you down really is yourself, and how you're and keeping in mind too, just with the Ace of Swords, your thoughts are powerful, Aquarius. If we're feeling like we can't manifest, or we feel that we're out of balance, like it's just feeding that whatever, like if there's that Five of Pentacles, that poverty mindset, or just all the things that we tell ourselves to keep us down with the Seven of Swords here, then that's just going to slow down your growth, and eventually it's just going to burn you out. With the Nine of Wands here, we're going to try and going to try and going to try to no avail. And so in just considering, that we were again, that we were talking about that no place like home, again, like that, I really feel that strong kind of connect to source. I feel like that's going to be a really big theme for you, with Saturn being in Pisces over the next 3 years, is really kind of working on building yourself up, because this is like working towards your Empress energy, working towards building that level of abundance, finding those areas that, and overcoming those vices, with the devil being here, and whatever that's looking like for you. And again, maybe finding different ways of being here and now, being in the present. And I really feel like a lot of growth and things can happen, a lot of things we can kind of flourish from here. You can find that sunlight. But well, right as I was thinking this, I think that's all I got out of this one. My candle went out, so I'm gonna take that as a sign. I'm gonna leave that there, Aquarius. So you, if anything resonated with you, if you like that, give it a thumbs up, and share this if you know someone who's maybe been. Yes, you and Capricorn had some really interesting energy coming through. As far as like, and I feel like it's part way too, because your ruler is about to go. Well, one of them is about to go direct here, in probably a little less than a week now, on the fourth of November. So, we're getting out of that reflective state and getting ready to get moving again. Taking this time to how we've been feeling our dreams. And just. So be thinking about Aquarius. Or be thinking about that, Aquarius. But, and then if you haven't already, there, you magician, subscribe, hit that bell button, get notified of all these videos each day or each week. And then lastly, look at you getting our ruler here, Aquarius. Hot little ticket to come over to my other channel. But if you have any, and the lovely Queen of Cups. But if you have any Cancer in your placement, Sun, Moon, Rising, come on over to the Chariot and Friends. I do videos Monday through Friday there, talking about all the lunar shenanigans, the love when the High Priestess pops up, and it's a good old time. And all that housekeeping is down in the description box below. But let me get you surprise cards here. So I can get you out of here. You got the Death Rebirth card here in reverse. And so I do feel like that there is something that is, again, that's needing to change, Aquarius. And I feel like this is something that what this is, and it's like we gotta dig. And if we're not sure, again, there's maybe do some meditation, be more here and now, pay attention to, what your intuition is telling you. Some signs that we're listening to you. What common thoughts? Maybe do some journaling, see if we notice some patterns. Pay attention to your dreams. Saturn being in Pisces, Pisces is very dreamy energy. so you have that accessible to you. But I do feel like it's something that is going to require some work here. Chop wood, Nine of Pentacles. So Devil in reverse is going to be work, but I do feel like that is going to get you, you know, we're sure our Magician's up in reverse right now, but it's just getting things back in harmony here. But let me get your other oracle card here so I can get you out of here, Aquarius. Hmm. Interesting. So you got the financial security there, Aquarius. And so, just like how I was saying with that chop wood card, I feel like that you can have whatever security that you're trying to get to, if it, whether this be financial security, emotional security, spiritual security, like whatever that's looking like for you. I do feel that this is, you know, that sort of abundance is in your grasp, and I mean that's interesting that that would come up, that energy of security, because again, your other ruler Uranus is in Taurus, which is all about security, and will be there. He'll be there for about the same amount of time. He's been there for the last 7 years, but or last 5 years. Yeah, about two more to go. So yeah, I feel like there's something about here about, you know, this game plan, or this independence, or this need to kind of focus, be here and now, you know, and connecting with your inner self there, you know, really kind of pay attention to those signs is going to lead you to this security that you're looking for. But again, we got to find what's changing, what's throwing off this manifestation, what's gotten some blockage here. You know, paying attention, cause and effect. What actions have we taken that have made us feel that we're not feeling as abundant, or that abundance isn't away from us? Do we need to heal from something? All these questions here. Queen of Cups, Three of Swords, Nine of Swords. It's so something to think about there, Aquarius. Like we need more to think about. But you stay safe out there. All this stuff here. And just be mindful with that being in that Five of Pentacles, that energy of lack. You know, just be because you are abundant, even when it doesn't feel like it. You know, there is always abundance around you, but it's a matter of perspective, and then how do we shift those energies to manifest more. But you raise your vibration to the roof. Queen of Cups, take care of yourself. You know, whatever that's looking like. You know, maybe getting out in nature there. Knight of Pentacles, do some gardening, go be out in the sun, whatever that's looking like. Get by some. Love how the Queen of Cups is, you just kind of bathing in some water here. Just go, maybe go meditate in an ocean there, Aquarius, in a lake or whatever. And I will get you on the next one later.